Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Let's explain this book in 10 minutes. In this series, we do deep dives on short books under 100 pages, so you can learn something new in just 10 minutes. Today, we're diving into Master Discipline Forever by Naval Ravikant, with a focus on Machiavelli's ruthless wisdom. If you've never heard of the author, let me introduce you to him. He's an Indian-American entrepreneur and angel investor. If you don't know who that is, think of Google, Uber, Facebook, Twitter, Skype, Yammer, Evernote, Square, Postmates, and the list goes on. He's invested in some of the most successful companies today. So if that isn't impressive enough, he has another claim to fame. His Twitter account has almost 1 million followers, and his tweets regularly attract thousands of likes and retweets. Before getting to our deep dive, here are some of the key takeaways from the book. First, we need to understand the difference between strength and weakness. Then it's important to know when to strike and how to be prepared. Next, be relentless in your pursuit of excellence and always aim to be better than your competitors. Finally, no matter what happens, keep moving forward. Strength is never separated from weakness for long. Strength brings weakness back to itself. Understand this, and you will begin to grasp the true meaning of power. This quote really resonated with me as it speaks to the universal truth that with every advantage comes a corresponding disadvantage. It's important to recognize both sides of this equation and strive to maximize the benefits while minimizing the drawbacks. By doing so, we can harness our strengths and turn them into opportunities for growth and success rather than letting them become sources of weakness and failure. For example, let's say you have the strength of being highly competitive. Sure, this can drive you to achieve great things, but it can also cause you to become overly aggressive or cut corners to win. The key is to recognize both sides of this strength and strive to use it in a way that aligns with your values and goals. Use your competitive drive to push yourself to be better without sacrificing your ethics or burning out. This way you can harness your strengths and turn them into opportunities for growth and success, rather than letting them become sources of weakness and failure. If you're enjoying this video, please hit the like button. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. Your support helps us continue producing high-quality content. Now let's get back to the video. The prince must be like a lion who knows when to leave the den. This quote highlights the importance of timing and patience in achieving success. Being too early or too late can lead to missed opportunities and failure. But by waiting for the right moment to make a move, you can increase your chances of success. However, waiting alone is not enough. You must also be bold and decisive once the time is right. A scared monarch is a sitting duck. Only the bold can seize opportunities when they arise. In fact, it is often the boldness of a leader that sets them apart from the competition and leads to greater success. Waiting in itself is pointless if you don't know when to act decisively. Therefore, the key is to find the right balance between patience and boldness. Be patient in your wait for the right moment, but once that moment arrives, be bold and decisive in your actions. When fortune knocks the door, does anyone answer? Fortune rarely knocks twice. You have to constantly court her. This quote emphasizes the importance of taking initiative and actively pursuing your goals, rather than waiting for things to happen to you. Many people spend their lives waiting for luck to change their fortunes, but they forget that luck is what happens when preparation meets opportunity. By failing to take action, you may miss out on opportunities that could change your life. Instead, you should proactively seek out new experiences, meet new people, and explore different possibilities. Even if you don't see immediate results, keep trying. Luck often comes to those who are willing to put in the work and effort to make it happen. Don't wait for fortune to knock on your door. Go out and find her. Let's see why that is. When planning for war, the first thing you should consider is whether you really need to go to war. Fighting a battle is costly. Winning it is even more so. The idea is to avoid unnecessary risks and conflicts. Sometimes it can be better to walk away from a fight than to risk losing valuable resources or lives. The cost of winning a battle is very high, and many times the winner doesn't even walk away with much of a reward. That's why it's important to assess the situation carefully and only go to war when the potential benefits outweigh the costs. Avoiding unnecessary battles can help preserve resources and prevent needless loss of life. It's a wise approach that can lead to long-term success and prosperity. Knowing when to strike is crucial for success. It's important to analyze the timing of an action and carefully consider its consequences before making a move. A fool rushes into things and ends up making mistakes. That's why it's essential to take the time to think things through and make calculated decisions based on careful observation and analysis. However, simply thinking about a problem won't solve it. To be successful, you must be willing to take action based on your observations and analysis. This requires courage and decisiveness. Being indecisive or afraid to take risks can lead to missed opportunities and ultimately failure. Finding the right balance between careful planning and decisive action is key to success. Take the time to analyze the situation and make a plan, but don't hesitate to take action when the time is right. Remember, a fool rushes into things and ends up making mistakes. But sometimes it's necessary to take risks and trust your instincts. In order to succeed, one must always try to be better than their opponent, whether in business or in war. This means continually improving and adapting your strategies and tactics to stay ahead of the curve. By neglecting this, you run the risk of falling behind and losing your edge. It's important to remember that standing still is the same as moving backwards. As circumstances change, so must you. Adapting to new situations and being willing to learn and grow is key to staying ahead of the competition. Don't be afraid to experiment with new approaches and be willing to change course if something is not working. Remember, complacency is the enemy of success. Always strive to be better than your opponent and never stop learning and growing. Let's finish the video with some final thoughts. Cesare Borgia was a Renaissance Italian military leader and the illegitimate son of Pope Alexander VI. He's considered a model of a Renaissance prince because he embodied the characteristics of a powerful ruler during the Renaissance. He was known for his cunning, intelligence, and ruthless efficiency in achieving his goals. Borgia's most famous military achievement was his conquest of the Duchy of Valentinois in central Italy. Despite being outnumbered, he defeated rival Italian states and established a small but powerful principality that would remain in his family for several generations. One of Borgia's greatest strengths was his ability to adapt quickly to changing circumstances. He was also skilled in diplomacy and knew how to use deception and manipulation to his advantage. He was also known for his ruthlessness and willingness to use any means necessary to achieve his goals. While Borgia's legacy has been tarnished by his reputation as a ruthless and cunning ruler, he is nevertheless an important figure in the history of Italy and Europe. His military campaigns and political maneuvers helped shape the balance of power in Europe and set the stage for the conflicts that would define the Renaissance. It's clear that Machiavellianism is a complex and controversial topic, and there's no one-size-fits-all answer to whether it's good or bad. Ultimately, it's up to each individual to decide how they want to approach life and the choices they want to make. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe. Your support helps us continue producing high-quality content. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.